Hi students, this is Botany PSR. In the previous class, I explained about endoplasmic reticulum and Golgi apparatus. Today, I want to explain lysosomes and vacuoles. Of course, what are the parts of endomembrane system? 4. ER, GC, lysosomes, vacuoles. All these 4 parts, all these 4 cell organelles are the part of endomembrane system. So, endoplasmic reticulum is completed, Golgi apparatus is completed. So, lysosomes and then vacuoles. One by one we have to discuss. Okay, right. Lysosomes. Lysosomes discovered by Christian D. Dewey. Lysosomes were first discovered by Christian D. Dewey. Next, these are also called suicidal bags of cell. Suicide means that is finally the cell will die. That is during starvation conditions. When non-availability of food, these lysosomes will digest the cell contents. Finally, when there is no cell organelles means cell contents means finally cell also die. So that's why these lysosomes are also called suicidal bags of cell. Lysosomes also called suicidal bags of cell. These lysosomes are found in eukaryotes only, not in prokaryotes. Present in eukaryotes only, absent in prokaryotes. All membrane bound cell organelles are present in eukaryotes, absent in prokaryotes. Right. This lysosome is a single membrane bound cell organelle. Lysosomes are single membrane bound cell organelles. Next, these are formed by the process of packaging in Golgi apparatus. So that is from the materials from the ER, that is on rough ER, proteins are present. This ER is closely associated with Golgi apparatus. Why that Golgi apparatus remains close association with ER means packaging of materials to be delivered from cis phase to trans phase of Golgi apparatus. So that packaging materials which are packaged from cis to trans, those packaged materials are nothing but lysosomes. Those packaged materials in the form of vesicles are nothing but lysosomes. So that is, these are formed by process of packaging in Golgi apparatus. Packaging of materials to be delivered from cis phase to trans phase in Golgi apparatus. Those materials, packaging materials in the form of vesicles are nothing but lysosomes. So lysosomes are formed by GC and also ER. So that is, these are formed by endoplasmic reticulum and also GC. GC means Golgi complex. ER means endoplasmic reticulum. Right. What is lysosome? This is a vesicle having hydrolytic enzymes. Hydrolytic enzymes. The vesicle containing hydrolytic enzymes are called lysosomes. So the vesicle having hydrolytic enzymes are called lysosomes. So this is a single membrane bound cell organelle found only in eukaryotes, absent in prokaryotes. Okay. What type of enzymes does it contain? Hydrolytic enzymes. Hydrolytic enzymes belongs to class 3. Actually, there are enzyme classification is there. There enzyme classification six classes are there. That is oxidoreductases, transferases, hydrolases, liases, isomerases, ligases. There are 6 classes. Of these 3, hydrolytic enzymes belongs to 1, 2, 3. Third class, hydrolases. Hydrolytic enzymes belongs to class hydrolases. Lysosomes contain hydrolytic enzymes which belongs to class 3, hydrolases. These hydrolytic enzymes are useful for digesting. Hydrolytic enzymes are useful for digesting polymers into monomers. That is, carbohydrates are digested by enzymes, carbohydrases. Proteins are digested by proteases. Lipids are digested by lipases. And nucleic acids are digested by nucleases. So that is, hydrolytic enzymes are useful for digesting carbohydrates by carbohydrases. Proteins are digested by proteases. Lipids are digested by lipases. Nucleic acids are digested by nucleases. Okay. So these are all hydrolytic enzymes which belongs to class 3, hydrolases. Class 3, hydrolases. These are useful for, these are all polymers, no? Polymers means long chain of compounds. So these are lysosomes are useful for converting polymers to monomers. Polymers to monomers. Next, these lysosomes secrete hydrolytic enzymes which are active at acidic pH. Don't say alkaline pH. So hydrolytic enzymes are active at acidic pH. What is the value of a pH in acidic medium? Less than 7. Less than 7 is the acidic medium. So lysosomes are active at, hydrolytic enzymes are active at acidic medium. Which medium? Acidic pH. Acidic pH. What is the value of acidic pH? Less than 7. Alkaline means more than 7. If it is equal to 7 means neutral. So hydrolytic enzymes are active at acidic pH. Okay, that is very, very important point. Very, very important point. Next, under starvation conditions. Starvation conditions means unavailability of food. That is non-availability of food. Then that type of condition, what happens? When there is no availability of food means these lysosomes secrete these hydrolytic enzymes. These hydrolytic enzymes digest the cellular contents, cell contents, and finally when the cell contents are digested means automatically cell will die. So that is so called autolysis of cell contents. Auto means self. So that is when there is starvation conditions only this happens, not normal conditions. Okay, are you understanding, my dear students? Under starvation conditions, lysosomes secrete hydrolytic enzymes. Those hydrolytic enzymes will digest the cell contents. Finally, all the cell contents will die. If cell contents are not there means finally death of cell occur. That death of cell is called autolysis of cell contents. So this is so called, that's why the lysosomes are also called suicidal bags of cells. Suicide. Okay, right. Under starvation conditions, lysosomes digest the cellular contents by releasing hydrolytic enzymes which belongs to class 3 hydrolases and cause death of cells. This is called autolysis of cell contents. So lysosomes are also called suicidal bags of cell. So which cell organelle is responsible for autolysis of cell contents? Lysosomes. Which cell organelles are called suicidal bags of cell? Lysosomes. Right. Will the lysosomes are always harmful to the cell? No. Lysosomes are always harmful to the cell. False. Lysosomes are harmful to the cell when there is the presence of starvative conditions, when there is the presence of starvation conditions, then only the lysosomes are harmful. In normal conditions, the lysosomes are useful for converting polymers into monomers. That is, carbohydrates are digested by carbohydrates enzymes, nucleic acids are digested by nucleases, proteins are digested by proteases, lipids are digested by lipases. These are the functions of, that is, digestion. Intracellular digestion, that is the normal function. When there is the presence of starvation conditions only, the lysosomes are harmful to the cell. That one you have to remember. Okay, my dear students. Lysosomes are harmful. What is the situation? Under starvative conditions. During starvation conditions, that time only the lysosomes are harmful to the cell. Normal conditions, lysosomes are not harmful to the cell. They convert polymers into monomers by using enzymes, carbohydrates, proteases, lipases, nucleases, enzymes respectively. That is, what are the substrates means? Carbohydrates digested by carbohydrates digested by carbohydrates, proteins digested by proteases, lipids digested by lipases, nucleic acids digested by nucleases. That is the normal function of lysosomes. Okay, right. What are the functions of lysosomes? That is, convert polymers into monomers. As the digestion occurs inside the cell, that is so called intracellular digestion. Where does the digestion occurs? Inside the cell only, no? That's why intracellular digestion. The cell organelle are responsible for intracellular digestion, lysosomes, and they cause autolysis of cell contents during starvation conditions. They cause autolysis of cell contents during starvation conditions. So this is about lysosomes. Now look at here, my dear students, vacuoles, right? Second cell organelle, another cell organelle called vacuoles. Vacuoles are first discovered by spellangening. Vacuoles were first discovered by spellangening. These are vacuoles are also called storehouse of cell or repository of cell. Vacuoles are first discovered by spellangening. Vacuoles are also called storehouse of cell or repository of cell. These vacuoles are commonly found in plant cells. These vacuoles commonly found in plant cells. Let us suppose this is the plant cell. Okay, let us suppose this is the plant cell. This is the cell wall. Sorry. This is the cell wall. This is the cell membrane. Outermost layer in plant cell is cell wall. Below the cell wall, cell membrane is present. Cell wall is a non-living layer. Cell membrane is a living layer. Cell wall is a permeable membrane, whereas cell membrane is a selectively or semi-permeable membrane, right? So below the cell membrane, cytoplasm is present. That cytoplasm surrounds the large central vacuole. This is the vacuole. This is the vacuole. 90% of volume of the cell is occupied by 90% of volume of the cell is occupied by vacuole only. So around that vacuole, cytoplasm is present peripherally. The peripheral cytoplasm that surrounds a single large central vacuole is called primordial ventricle. What is the name given to peripheral cytoplasm? primordial utricle. What is a primordial utricle? That means this is the cytoplasm. This is the cytoplasm which is present peripherally. Peripherally means somewhat outer side. So this peripheral cytoplasm surrounds the single large central vacuole. How many vacuoles are there? Single, small or large? Large. Centrally located. Single, large, centrally located vacuole. Around the centrally located vacuole, cytoplasm is present peripherally. This peripheral cytoplasm is called primordial utricle. The peripheral cytoplasm that is present around a large central vacuole is called primordial utricle. It is found in mature plant cell. Which cell? Not in meristematic cells. It is found in mature plant cell only. In mature plant cell, number of vacuoles means 1. In meristematic cells, number of vacuoles means many. Vacuoles are absent in animal cells and dead cells, that is tracheids, vessels, sclerenchyma. These are all dead cells. In dead cells, no protoplasm. What are dead cells? The cells which does not contain protoplasm. Those are so called dead cells. Which are having protoplasm are called living cells. Right. In mature plant cell, number of vacuoles in plant cell. In mature plant cell means 1. Number of vacuoles found in meristematic cells means many. Vacuoles are absent, 0 in animal cells, dead cells like tracheids, vessels and sclerenchyma, etc. Right. This is the membrane. The membrane present around the vacuole is called, this is the vacuole, this is the vacuole. So the membrane present around the vacuole is called tonoplast, also called vacuolar membrane. The membrane present around the vacuole is called tonoplast. Very, very important point. The membrane of vacuole is called tonoplast, also called vacuolar membrane. As it is membrane means by which substance it is made up of? It is made up of lipids and proteins, lipoproteins. All membranes are made up of lipids and proteins only. Okay, right. So which cell organelle occupies 90% of volume of the cell? Vacuole. The liquid material present inside the vacuole is called vacuolar sap. Vacuolar sap or tonoplasm. So the liquid material present inside the vacuole is called tonoplasm, also called vacuolar sap. This vacuolar sap contains different materials, mainly water. Next one, metabolic byproducts, waste products and excretions, pigments like anthocyanin. Pigments like anthocyanin. The pigment in vacuole is called anthocyanin. Vacuolar pigment is anthocyanin. Very, very important point. The pigment found in vacuole is, that is anthocyanin. Very, very important point. So the vacuolar pigment is anthocyanin. Right. So which cell organelle occupies 90% of volume of the cell means vacuole. The membrane of vacuole is called tonoplast or vacuolar membrane. The liquid substance inside the vacuole is called vacuolar sap, also called tonoplasm. Tonoplasm or vacuolar sap contains different types of substances, mainly water, next metabolic byproducts, next waste products, next excretions, and finally pigments like anthocyanin. Right. So the cytoplasm contains low concentration of ions, low concentration, whereas inside the vacuole contains high concentration. So ions and other molecules will move from cytoplasm to vacuole. Cytoplasm to tonoplasm. That is, as the movement of ions and molecules, move low concentration to high concentration, that is so called active transport. That is, according to concentration gradient, means against the concentration gradient. That is, ATP is required. So this tonoplast facilitates, helps in transport of ions and other molecules against the concentration gradient. Don't say along the concentration gradient. Against means low concentration to high concentration. That's why it is so called against the concentration gradient. That type of transport is so called active transport. Don't say passive transport. In active transport, metabolic energy is required. So the concentration is higher in vacuole than cytoplasm. That's why the tonoplast facilitates or helps in transport of ions and molecules from cytoplasm to vacuole. It occurs in a process called active transport. Transport is called active transport. As the movement of ions occur from low concentration to high concentration, that type of transport is so called active transport. Then concentration gradient means against concentration gradient. Don't say along the concentration gradient. In active transport, ATP is required. Whereas in passive transport, ATP or metabolic energy not required. Here, ATP or metabolic energy is required. Okay. So this is the vacuolar membrane, also called tonoplast. This is the vacuole. The liquid material present inside the vacuole is called vacuolar sac. This tonoplasm is having high concentration, whereas cytoplasm contains low concentration. Okay. Now I am asking one point. The membrane, which layer separates the cytoplasm and tonoplasm? Which layer separates cytoplasm and tonoplasm means tonoplast. Which layer separates cytoplasm and tonoplasm means tonoplast. Separates the cytoplasm and tonoplasm. Okay, look at here. The membrane present around the vacuole is called tonoplast, also called vacuolar membrane. It is made up of lipids and proteins. So, lipoproteins. This tonoplast acts as semi-permeable membrane or selectively permeable membrane. Next, inside the vacuole, vacuolar sac or tonoplasm is present. Tonoplasm or vacuolar sac contains mainly water. Other substances are also present. Metabolic byproducts, waste products, excretions and pigments like anthocyanin. This is very, very important. The pigment found in vacuole is called anthocyanin. Right. About anthocyanin. Anthocyanin present in vacuole. That's why vacuolar pigment is anthocyanin. Next, it is not, this anthocyanin not found in plastid. That's why it is so called non-plastidial pigment. It is not useful for photosynthesis. That's why it is non-photosynthetic pigment. Photosynthetic pigments means chlorophyll, carotenoids. Those are plastidial pigments. Those two are photosynthetic pigments. But anthocyanin does not useful for photosynthesis. That's why anthocyanin is non-photosynthetic pigment. It is not found in plastid. It is not found in chloroplast. That's why it is non-plastidial pigment. What is its role? It imparts means gives. It imparts color to plant parts. It gives color to plant parts. Why? Because pH of vacuole or sap changes. pH of vacuole or sap changed or unchanged. If pH of vacuole or sap changes means plant parts also color change. So that is, it imparts color to plant parts. Why? Because pH of vacuole or sap concentration changes. Don't say unchanged. If pH changes means color of plant part is changed. Simply remember like that. Okay. Cytoplasm and vacuolar sap are separated by, see, this is the cytoplasm, this is the tonoplasm. Cytoplasm and tonoplasm are separated by tonoplast. Very, very important. Cytoplasm and vacuolar sap are separated by tonoplast. Next, concentration is higher in vacuole than in cytoplasm. What is the reason? Because tonoplast of vacuole facilitates the transport of ions and other materials against the concentration gradient, but not along or down. Don't write along the concentration gradient, don't write down the concentration gradient. And here ATP is required. So this type of transport is so called active transport. So against means movement of ions low concentration to high concentration. Active transport, ATP is required. And next one, number of vacuoles in mature plant cell 1. Number of vacuoles in meristematic cells many. Vacuoles are absent in animal cells, dead cells like tracheids, vessels, sclerenchyma, etc. What are the different types of vacuoles? Food vacuoles are found in amoeba, useful for excretion. Next, contractile vacuoles found in protists. These are useful for engulfing the food particles. So contractile vacuoles are found in amoeba. Food vacuoles are found in protists, useful for engulfing the food particles. Next, gas vacuoles are found in photosynthetic bacteria, that is purple green photosynthetic bacteria, green photosynthetic bacteria, and photosynthetic bacteria. So those gas vacuoles are found in photosynthetic bacteria. What are those photosynthetic bacteria? Blue-green photosynthetic bacteria, purple photosynthetic bacteria, green photosynthetic bacteria. These gas vacuoles are useful for floating and also permeable to gases. Gas vacuoles permeable to gases, impermeable to water. What is the role of vacuoles? Vacuoles are useful for osmoregulation. Vacuoles function is osmoregulation. Okay, please note down all these points, my dear students. Please note down all these points. Now look at here, my dear students. Number of vacuoles in mature plant cell. PT means plant cell. Number of vacuoles in mature plant cell means 1. Why? Because during maturation all the vacuoles are combined together and form a single large centrally located vacuole. That's why 1. Number of vacuoles in meristematic cells. Number of vacuoles in meristematic cells means many. Number of vacuoles, that is number of vacuoles in animal cells, tracheids, vessels, sclerenchyma means 0, absent. Number of vacuoles absent in animal cells, tracheids, vessels and sclerenchyma. Next, type of vacuoles. Types of vacuoles. Contractile vacuoles. Contractile vacuoles found in amoeba. Example, amoeba. These are useful for excretion. Useful for excretion. Very, very important. Next, food vacuoles. Example, protists. These are formed by engulfing the food particles. Engulfing the food particles. Next one, gas vacuoles found in example, blue-green photosynthetic bacteria, purple photosynthetic bacteria, green photosynthetic bacteria. These are useful for floating and are also useful for permeability of gases. Don't say permeability to water. These are gas vacuoles, no? These are the different types of vacuoles. These vacuoles are generally found in plant cells, absent in animal cells. Okay? See, let us, one question I am going to ask. This is one cell vacuolar sac. This is another cell of vacuolar sac. If water moves from one vacuolar sac to another vacuolar sac of adjacent cell, it has to cross how many membranes? How many membranes means? Vacuolar membrane is one membrane and here is cell membrane. So that is from this cell how many membranes? 2 membranes. Initially vacuolar membrane it has to cross and then cell membrane, and to the here cell membrane and then vacuolar membrane. So how many membranes it has to cross? That is 4 membranes. So that is water from one vacuolar sac moves into another vacuolar sac of adjacent cell by passing how many cell membranes? How many membranes? Don't say cell membrane. How many membranes it has to cross? How many membranes means it has to cross 4 membranes. It has to cross 4 membranes. What are those 4 membranes? 4 membranes. That is initially vacuolar membrane, later cell membrane, next one again cell membrane, finally vacuolar membrane. How many membranes it has to cross means 4 membranes. How many wall layers? Wall layers means this is one cell wall, this is another cell wall. It has to cross how many wall layers means 2 wall layers. How many layers? 6 layers. 2 cell wall layers and 4 membrane layers. So if water moves from one vacuolar sac to another vacuolar sac of adjacent cell means it has to cross how many membranes? 4 membranes. How many wall layers? Wall layers means cell wall layers. How it has to cross how many wall layers? 2 wall layers. This cell wall, another cell wall. How many wall layers means 2. How many layers means cell wall 2, membrane 4. Total 6 layers it has to cross. Okay? So water from one vacuolar sac moves into another vacuolar sac of adjacent cell by passing How many membranes? 4. How many wall layers? 2. How many layers? 6. Okay. So this is the cell wall, this is the cell membrane, this is the cell membrane, this is the vacuolar membrane, this is the vacuolar membrane. And what is the function of vacuole means? Very, very important. Function of vacuole is osmoregulation. What is that? Osmoregulation. Right. Which cell organelle occupies 90% of volume of the cell? That is vacuole. Which cell organelle useful for autolysis of cell contents? Lysosomes. Both lysosomes and vacuoles are the part of endomembrane system? Yes. What are the parts of endomembrane system? ER, GC, lysosomes, vacuoles. These 4 cell organelles are the part of endomembrane system, EMS. Okay. Function of vacuole is osmoregulation. Okay. Please note down all these points, my dear students, and we will meet in the next class.